escape in 2012 for real. His name is Jose Banks. He said guards should have been able to stop him before he rappelled 17 stories down on tied-up bed sheets. Good luck. Clayton?
Thanks, Tucker. Well, an Iraq War veteran and student at Wesleyan University finding himself in a First Amendment fight after writing an op-ed in his school's newspaper calling out the Black Lives Matter movement, asking, quote, at some point, Black Lives Matter is going to be confronted with an uncomfortable question. Is this all worth it? At what point will Black Lives Matter go back to the drawing table and rethink how they are approaching the problem?
Right now, activists are trying to shut down the paper that veteran and staff writer for the Wesleyan Argus, Brian Stascavage, joins us now. I think I actually may have mispronounced Stascavage.
Stascavage.
Stascavage. Okay, great. Let's get that on the table first.
Say it 3 times fast.
I know. I'm not going to. I want to ask you a little bit about, were you worried when you released this piece that you would get some serious backlash?
Yes, I mean, when I write these articles, I'm not 100% certain of my own views, so I knew that I wrote it to be in a way so that I would get some feedback, but I thought I would get constructive criticism back, but instead it's been basically an attempt to try to get me to never publish again.
Well, it sounded like you were asking a very thoughtful question. Will they be going to have to go back to the drawing board? Is this movement effective? We've certainly seen the videos, and some of the rhetoric during some of these marches have been pretty terrible, calling for the killing of police officers. So when you look at this movement at large, it is a fair question to ask. What was the response, though, on campus?
On campus, it was basically that I had delegitimized the movement somehow, that I was attacking the movement somehow, but I wasn't. I was basically asking, do you think that maybe a stronger message of peace would be better?
All right, and we know that the editorial staff later apologized for your piece, writing in part, we sincerely apologize for the distress the piece caused the student body. The opinions expressed in the op-ed do not reflect those of the Argus, and we want to affirm that as community members, we stand in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. What did you think when that happened?
I felt like I was all alone, that the paper had basically said that we're going to send you down the river. But since then, they really have had my back. They really have been fighting in my corner and for
the First Amendment?
For the First Amendment and for the right for me to publish my ideas.
Well, what happened to universities? This is a place where free speech, where this free flow of ideas is supposed to be embraced. And now there's a plan to try to get the paper shut down. What do you think of that?
Well, that's not good. And it's happening in college campuses across the country, but it's happening across the country in general, where we're not listening to each other, we're not talking to each other, we're afraid of each other, and we're trying to build these silos where we're too afraid to basically try to engage each other.
Wow.
If there's a town hall meeting, what do you expect will happen at the town hall meeting that's going to happen tonight, the student government?
Tonight at 7. What I hope is that a lot of students show up in support of the paper and express their belief that all ideas on campus should be included, and not just the ones that are pre-approved by a select group of students.
Right, because really your movement, you said, is this the most legitimate way to go about this conversation? So you were really working to find a dialogue, and I asked you before we went on camera, what has the response been? Have you felt like you have been threatened in any way after you did release this piece, and have you?
I haven't been physically threatened, but I have been screamed at, which, I mean, being in basic training, that's not anything new, but it's been an angry blowback for it, so there's a lot of pressure.
Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you also for your service.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Brian, and good luck tonight at the town hall meeting.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. All right, coming up here on the show, an emotional moment on the tarmac going viral. Did you see